You are good to go.
Evening, everyone. We will call to order the Arts and Public Places Commission meeting on November 30th at 7:11 p.m. We will do approval of the agenda first. Sorry, there's so much chaos going on. Everybody have a chance to review the agenda for tonight?
Yes.
Anybody have any objections to the agenda that is set forth?
No.
Okay. All those in favor of approving the agenda, please say aye.
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 You want to do a roll call, Karma?
David,
Aye.
Barbara,
Aye.
Genevieve,
Aye.
Cynthia,
Aye.
Krista,
Aye.
Oh, she said.
Aye. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Joe.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Minutes approved.
Fabulous.
Agenda.
The
I
agenda.
mean, sorry, agenda.
We have approval of the October 26 minutes is next. Everybody have a chance to review the minutes.
Yeah. The only thing I found was the meeting date is the wrong date at the bottom. Says a meeting was the 23rd, unless you had a meeting without me.
Sorry,
Oh, we-
I'll make that a change.
We didn't invite you, David. Sorry.
I'm hurt deeply.
Next time. You can come next time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Motion to approve the agenda.
I second the motion. All those in favor say aye, please.
Aye.
Aye from me.
Aye.
Barbara, aye.
Cynthia, motion approved.
Fabulous. Thank you, everyone. Okay, it's that time of year again for our executive team nominations and voting. Do we have nomination for secretary? And as most of you all know, it cannot be Karma again. She has won her election as City Council Ward Representative for Ward 2. So congratulations, Karma.
Thank you.
So I'll open the floor if anybody wants to nominate a secretary.
I nominate Joe.
Or if somebody wants to volunteer, it'd be great too.
We need a second, Joe.
Oh, you did say volunteer, didn't you?
Or you can
Oh,
volunteer.
no, I nominated you.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, David, was that a second on Joe?
I second the nomination of Joe.
Fabulous. Let's have a vote on Joe, please.
Genevieve,
Aye.
Barbara,
Aye.
Krista,
Aye.
David,
Aye.
Cynthia, Joe.
Oh, aye.
Motion
Thanks, Joe.
passes. Congratulations, Joe.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe. Okay. next up is our co-chair. Do we have a nomination for co-chair?
I nominate David.
I'll second that nomination.
I would like to second that nomination, but
I'll-
it's okay if you want to second that.
I'll let Krista
nomination.
second it. That's fine. All right, let's have a vote on David as co-chair, unless there's anybody else. Okay,
Yes.
yeah,
Genevieve,
yes.
Barbara. Cynthia,
Aye.
Krista,
Aye.
Joe,
Aye.
David.
Aye.
Congratulations,
passes.
David. Yay.
So
Okay,
may I get invited to all the meetings now?
okay,
Yes.
fine, fine. Okay, next up is nomination for chair. Do we have a nomination?
I nominate you, Genevieve.
Second.
Thank you. Any other nominations? Okay, Karma.
Right, Joe,
Aye.
David,
Aye.
Cynthia,
Aye.
Barbara,
Aye.
Krista,
Aye.
Genevieve.
Aye.
Right, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. All right. Time for old business. Let's get into our updates. And Poet Laureate, Barbara, do you have some updates for us?
A few things to report. Thanks, Genevieve. Maggie finished up her year as Poet Laureate with the event at the Maryland Hall, the Poetry Out Loud, and it got rave reviews. In fact, she's in discussions about having a similar event in April for National Poetry Month, and she's working on that program right now. She's also talked with Mary Rossoff. I don't know if you guys remember, I think it was a couple of years ago, she worked on the project with the sidewalks, with the chalk, with the kids. So she's talking with Mary about doing something similar with maybe some lines from different poems and get the kids involved in that for April's event. And lastly, she's planning something at the Metropolitan. I mentioned this before, but she was told that there would be a $200 rental fee for the stage, and I wasn't sure if we could recover that in her expenses. So if that's something we have to vote on, not right now, but maybe in January when the event is fleshed out a little bit more. And that's about it.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, I think that's definitely something we can present in support of the event, paying off the costs of any production that would be necessary.
She
Okay,
said
go ahead.
it'll be the kickoff event, so it'll be like the key event for the month. So that's what the money would be.
Awesome. Okay. Okay, next up we have gallery updates. So we are switching out this month the current gallery installations, and Audrey Lee is still our interim gallery coordinator. So she is handling this. Paul Gillespie will be coming down on December 13th from City Hall. And then Jillian Morton will be hung in there. And then at Pip Moyer Center, the fire department will be taking their show down on December 6th. And then Art Down will be installed on December 8th. And some of you may be familiar with Art Down.
Maybe.
And that's our very own David Arthur. So we'll be having a reception. When is your reception, David?
Our reception will probably be in January, the first couple of weeks. We're trying to figure out the first couple of weeks in January after the holiday.
Okay. Perfect. And then we're still waiting on the reception date for City Hall. So as soon as we have that, I'll let everybody know. And anybody have any questions or comments about the Poet Laureate or I said questions or gallery updates?
This is Krista. I just wanted to mention that there is an artist in our area. I'm not exactly sure if he lives in Annapolis, and that's Steve Shook, who was featured in the Washingtonian magazine. And I just wondered if we might want to consider getting him on the schedule at some point, but I didn't know where things were with regards to the list. Can you update me on that?
Yes. Oh, for the gallery installations?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can connect you with Audrey, who's
Yeah.
doing our new calendar. So.
Because I think he's interested, based on some communication I had with him. I think he's very interested in learning more about that. And so let's do that.
Okay.
This week or next week. Okay, great. Thanks.
Yep, definitely.
And congratulations to all the work that's going on with the Poet Laureate. I think she's been doing a really great job. So I just wanted to just give some kudos out there.
Definitely. I second that. She's doing amazing. Love Maggie. Proposed mural updates. Sorry. I don't have any solid updates at this time. I know that there are a couple in the works, and we're waiting for one to go through HPC, and we'll find out approval for that. And then I was approached for the design district, which we'll present in December. And but I don't have anything to present tonight for full-on discussion yet. So, but if anybody has anything else that they would like to talk about, or any proposals that we could possibly look into, or spots in Annapolis, let me know. We are still trying to, this is one thing that I am working on that I'll start discussing, but so the gas station at the corner of Monticello and West Street has been complained about numerously because it sits there as a vacant lot. They're not doing anything with it. They can't do anything with it. It's being held in a trust, and it's moving hands with owners who live in New York, I think is where they live, but they're not local. So until then, I did talk to Tom Baum, who has a connection with the family, to ask them if we can possibly do some sort of temporary installation there with a mural, kind of like something on, substrate or wood, just that sits out and kind of beautifies the area. So we're working on it. Hopefully I have something more concrete in December to present to you, but that's what I'm doing.
Visualize it. Is the building still, is the gas station still there?
The gas station, yes and no. Like, it's like they took out the pumps, and then so it's kitty corner across from the pipe fitters empty lot next to Miss Shirley's.
Yeah.
So it's over there.
I'm just thinking, because I know we always talk about places do festivals and do pop-ups and stuff like that. I don't know if that would be a place to do that, because we tried the place next to the Eastport movie theater, and the guy wouldn't have it. So since it's an empty lot,
Right.
Maybe we can have something there at some point.
Yeah, it's just getting the family's approval, because
Right.
like I said, the property is being held in trust, and they don't live in town, so
Got it.
they're not really relating with it like we do as a community. So, but he said he would definitely present an idea to them if we put it on paper, and he would ask them if we could put a temporary art installation on there to try to
Okay.
beautify it and make it look not so empty lot. Old gas station. But that's all I have. Does anybody else have anything else?
This is Krista. A while back, this is like, going a couple of years back, there was some discussion about moving some of the Sunday Arts Festival down towards that part of town and what it would require. And since that little nook there has a bit of an art presence there with some other galleries, kind of popping up. And of course, there's some nice restaurants over there, et cetera. Like you say, Miss Shirley's and Carpaccio's down there. There was some talk about possibly doing something that would be like the wellness arts down in that direction. And it got a little bit of a buzz going on. And of course, if we were going to do something like that, it might be something to do in the warmer weather, to try to do it. But Brian, are you on the call? Maybe Brian's
I'm
not on
here.
the call.
I'm
Yeah,
here.
we had talked about this and, what would need to be done to kind of move the Sunday Arts Fest, like grow it. In other words, grow it all the way down that way. And so there had been some interest, from like Nancy Hammond and where Sailor is, and then on down towards the Circle. So I just wanted to put that out there since there is that space that's there. Maybe something could be, worked on maybe for the future.
Yeah, we can connect with
Is it?
MC3 and their programming down there as well.
Eric, I know that there's difficulties, and Eric Evans would be the one that would be able to explain those difficulties. Traffic is, it's difficult. West Street's one of 3 ways to get into town, and closing it farther down the street it's complicated. It's not necessarily impossible, but it's complicated.
The idea would be to just extend the whole Sunday festival. So I don't know that we would necessarily need to have the parking down there. One thing that we might want to do is maybe re-update the crossing walk, or maybe a couple of the crossing walks, and kind of, highlight that. If there's interest in maybe redecorating some of those up, doing some more art on those. But at any rate, something to be discussed perhaps in the new year.
Sounds good, Krista. Thank you. Let's move on to grant updates, please. Do we have any, Karma and Joe?
Well, honestly, no, but what I would say is there's the 2 things, both talking to Laura and Natalie, like I just need to kind of make that connection. So I can probably talk to you about that. And with the semester coming to an end, this is the time for me to do that. So I'll just follow up with you, because I would like to move that forward. I just have, I keep kind of drops off my radar. So, but I have a window to get some work done on that stuff. So.
Okay, sounds great. Yeah, let's get that meeting scheduled with you guys.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. Anyone else have comments or suggestions regarding grants? Okay, we'll move on to public outreach. Currently for arts and public places, we are helping to plan the children's programming for New Year's Eve. They've moved New Year's Eve down to Susan Campbell Park. So I've been having meetings with Felicia, David Gerald, and Gavin in regards to what they're looking for that. And we'll discuss that in new business, because there is some potential funding opportunity there. Additionally, the Arts Charrette was put on hold through the holidays. We do not have a new date yet set, but April will get that to me as soon as Sarah Alfred's office has a time that they can meet with all of us to kick off the art shred again. And what the art shred is where a representative from each art entity in Annapolis, and we do have representation from the Maryland Federal Art as well, and obviously the Arts Council, the Anne Arundel County comes together, and we're trying to create a master plan for the arts in Annapolis that would go along with the comprehensive plan, the city comprehensive plan that they're doing. So kind of just a projection of what we'd like to see happen within our arts community in the next 10 years. So that will be coming up. I imagine it'll probably be a break because Maryland General Assembly has come together again for legislation on Monday, this coming Monday, for a special session. And then they'll have a little mini break before regular session starts. So hopefully we can squeeze in that meeting with Sarah Elfreth, our Senator Sarah Elfreth, during that time. I think that's all I have. Does anybody else have any public outreach updates?
Yeah, I do. Actually, I mentioned her name, Paula Phillips, who's an entrepreneur here in the Maryland area. She runs Jazz Without Borders. She did reach out to me. They are actually kind of spinning up. It's called the Annapolis Jazz and Roots Festival. I think they did it this year, but they'll be looking to do it again next year. And I think we've been talking back and forth, and I think she's filling out an application. And I think she probably want to just give everybody a heads up. By the way, she wants to sort of present during the, I guess, the January meeting. So just give everybody a heads up that she's talking about trying to get everything together, get everything in alignment and she'll be looking for funding for that event.
Sounds good. We'll put her on the January agenda.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, I guess another, I don't know if this is old, but are we doing the arts, the concert series next year? Is that something up for discussion? 'Cause I've had a couple of folks ask me how to get involved with that and how to start submitting the application. So I didn't know if we were doing that next year or.
Yeah, it's still, yeah. So the work on City Dock is not scheduled to happen until 2023. It begins in
Okay.
2023. So we do have all of next year still for programming at this time.
So they can submit their requests basically now for next year?
Yeah. Yep. That'd be great. Yeah. We'd like to
Okay,
get the,
cool.
yeah, like normally like to have the programming done by February or March at the latest. So
Okay.
Ashley can get the contracts going. So, and as of right now, we don't have any restrictions on public performances outside. So we should be okay.
Cool beats. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, David. Okay, we can move on to budget. Did everybody have a chance to review our current budget spreadsheet that I sent out?
Where we go.
Hold on just a second.
$40,000 left.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Plug it in before the computer died. All right. Any questions, concerns, or comments on the budget? Okay. We can move on then. Hey, Karma, you want to switch it to the agenda, please?
Forgot I was still sharing.
It's okay.
Um,
It's a tab at the top, babe. There we go. What's next on the agenda, Karma?
oh, I don't know.
2020, 2021 report.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So in December at our next meeting, I'd like to have everybody's reports put together for the ward. Your hopes, dreams, aspirations, desires, anything noteworthy that happened art-wise in your ward during 2021 would be fabulous. And we'll start compiling the yearly report together and have that ready for submission to the city clerk, and then she'll present it to the city council. One notation, I did confirm with Hillary that she is switching you, Joe, from at large to Ward 3. So, I mean, Ward 4, right?
3.
3, and you're Ward 4, Barbara. Sorry. Okay, and then that opens at large, and then Ward 8 is open and Ward 2. So she'll be taking applications and resumes for those particular wards. If you know anybody who would like to serve on the commission and represent those wards, please have them contact Hillary Raftovich at the Annapolis City Government Office and submit their resumes. And she does have some resumes in the office right now that she will go over with Gavin. And but doesn't hurt to send in more resumes if there's anybody out there that's interested.
What were those wards one more time?
So it's Ward 2 because Karma will be this is Karma's last month because she'll be sworn in next Monday, actually. And so she'll be vacating her seat. So Ward 2, it's Ward 8 and at large. So at large can be anybody within the city limits.
They have to live in the city, correct?
They do when they're appointed, yes.
Right. Okay. Boo. Okay.
So I still don't have access to the agenda. So what's next?
Next is new business. Ask for sponsorship of Annapolis Youth Event New Year's Eve at Susan Campbell Park, $2,000.
Yes. So due to COVID, I know this may be shocking for everybody to know, but the city budget is very tight, as well as majority of other governmental budgets are. So in order for this event to happen, they generally have a children's youth event first, and then they have fireworks for them. And then they have the adult programming later at midnight on New Year's Eve. They've moved it. It used to be at Bates track, but they've moved it down to Susan Campbell Park this year. And they're going to have a series of bands and some that play children's music and interact with the children to have them come down to Susan Campbell Park pre-fireworks, and fireworks are at 5 o'clock that night. So they have asked if Arts and Public Places could help in support of having the music for the children. It would cover the production costs and the band costs, and it was $2,000. So I'd like to make a motion to provide this funding if we don't have any further questions or concerns or comments on it. Okay, so I'd like to make a motion for the funding of $2,000 for the children's programming on New Year's Eve down at Susan Campbell Park. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Could you break down for us the expenses once again? What are the expenses for the production costs versus the actual musicians?
So I don't have that right in front of me. I just know that it's a fraction of what it is. They've only asked us to help supplement. They didn't ask us to pay for all of it. So it would be the cost of a stage, the sound, the bands, and the artists in the bands coming to play.
Do you know how many bands there are?
Go ahead,
Sorry.
Krista.
Yeah, this is Krista. So we're just giving them the money. We're not involved in the setup at all. We're not, like
No.
Art in Public Places is not doing any of the setup, in other words, right?
No, it's just sponsorship of the
Okay.
youth activities.
Okay.
David?
And the other thing on the same topic was there was a woman on, I think it was the Eastport Forum page, that was inquiring about whether or not there were any crafts or activities for, I guess, Christmas, or perhaps maybe it was for first night. I can't remember, to be honest with you. But I had wondered, did you ever receive any inquiries or anything about anyone who was stepping up to want to run that for the kids for the
I
holiday,
didn't,
or not?
but
Okay.
okay. Yeah, so this, they don't do first night down at City Dock anymore.
Okay.
This is not in conjunction with first night, just so everybody understands. This is a city
So
operated
what's the date on this one then?
for December 31st.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Genevieve, a quick question.
Yeah.
Do
Yep.
you know how many bands, or do you have any idea?
There's 2 youth bands that come.
Okay.
And then it's WNAV comes, Wiley is the MC for it, and he runs the show and gets the kids interactive and stuff. I don't know if anybody's ever been to the one at Bates, but the one year that where the temperatures were really mild, it was a really big crowd and it was a lot of fun. The kids had a blast. I am kind of bummed that it's not
How
my
come the,
backyard this year,
venue
but
was switched? How come the venue was switched?
I don't know 100%. I think it was mainly to keep both of the events in the same location down at Susan Campbell Park. So to help with the costs, because they would have to set up the fireworks here at Bates, as well as having the barge down at City Dock in the river. So this way, it's all off of the barge, and they don't have to pay for the 2 individual spots. Could possibly be part of the budgeting issue with it. Does anybody else have any other questions? Okay. So my motion is on the floor for $2,000 to help sponsor the youth activities with the music for December 31st, New Year's Eve activities down at Susan Campbell Park.
I second.
Thank you, Karma. Can we have a roll call, please, for vote?
David,
Aye.
Joe,
Aye.
Barbara.
Aye.
Cynthia,
I say aye, but I do, with the proviso that with what's happening in Europe, it's probably not likely that we'll be having events at that time.
And we'll see. If the event doesn't happen, then the money doesn't go to them. So it would just stay in our budget.
Krista,
Aye.
Genevieve,
Aye.
motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. Okay,
Ready for the next agenda item?
the last one.
The last one is the farewell to Ms. Karma O'Neill, resigning from Ward Commission seat position, now open for resumes.
Yes, which we touched on already, but congratulations, Karma. You ran
Thank you.
fabulous campaign and it was hard work, and both you and Scott did a great job. So I think I'm looking forward to what happens with the new council. So congratulations
Me
and
too.
enjoy your new job.
Thank you.
We'll see you and we'll still see you. So it'll be great. We can still work with you, and you can be an advocate, right? Hint, hint.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Congratulations, Karma.
Thank you.
Okay. And
My
then
sister-in-law voted for you.
woo!
Oh, yay.
Awesome. I would have if I lived in Ward 2, but
Yeah, exactly.
I guess according to the article in the Capitol, we could have wrote you in anyway for anything. So some of the write-ins were very funny. Yeah. So I guess then it's open discussion.
That is correct.
Fabulous. Do we have anything for open discussion? Go ahead, Brian.
I was curious if any of you have seen the art that the arts district has placed all around town when they had asked us for the art in public places for, I think it was $10,000, and we only gave them 2,500. They were hoping to have more throughout the city and other wards. I was just wondering if any of you have thought about maybe helping to expand that some more.
So the art is amazing, and going to the event was great. The David Hayes launch event that they had over at MC3. I do want to just make one point that per our code, we are only allowed to give money to one entity or artist per year. So calendar year, so fiscal year for us. So it could be something that we can revisit next year in July, but we couldn't possibly do it right now. So
Why is that? We give to different musicians. They're different artists every night, or different murals.
Yeah. we
And
can,
they did ask for 10, but we said we will start with this little bit and maybe expand it more.
Yeah. But it would have to wait until July if we're giving it to the Arts District or the David Hayes sculptures specifically, because we already gave to them. So it's not a no. It's just we can't do it right now unless they were gonna install some other art that they could present, some different
Oh yeah,
sculptures.
that's what I think they want to do, is add more so that they're in throughout the city. And I just wanted to encourage that, because this is, as far as I know, one of the first citywide kind of art installations that we've ever done. And I just was hoping that Art Public Places had participated a little more. One other thing that I wanted to mention, besides that, a different topic, but is I hope you all have seen the AM/FM video that they put out last night. It was really good, and it included 42 musicians, I think, or 43, ages 7 to like 71. So if you haven't seen it, I hope you'll take a look and try to repost it and check out all the different kinds of music there.
Where is it, Brian?
You can
Actually
go to
posted
the,
it.
We have
you
it
can
on
go
our
to the
page.
AM/FM. Yeah, you can go to the AM/FM page, or even the Art and Public Places page. I guess it's already there.
Yep.
Thank
Okay.
you for posting
Yeah,
that,
we've
Genevieve.
shared it.
You're welcome.
We've shared it from our page as well. I shared it on. It's really, really good. And I think if we could all share it, that I would encourage that. If everyone here could share it, that would be fantastic. And Brian, I just want to say, for whatever the reason, I'm somehow missing posts on when we have these activities that we could be present at. So in the new year, I hope to be able to attend more of the openings and more of the events and that sort of thing. So I'll get together with you on that to make sure that I'm getting lined up for that. I know sometimes with my work schedule, I'm not able to attend these things, but I want to make a bigger effort. in the future for when we can and when it's safe to, of course, with COVID restrictions and things like that. But thank you to those who were able to attend those events. And, I know the art has been very well received. So thanks for bringing
Great,
that up tonight.
Thanks, and maybe we can invite Eric back to say what else could we do to make this citywide art installation better. I mean, he worked really hard to get $20,000 set aside just for Allison and her team to do education on it and outreach to underserved communities. And I forget if it was 60,000 or how much it was that they got for the art itself. And I personally was just kind of disappointed that we didn't give them 10. And so maybe we can invite him back and see what else we could do to expand and get art into more neighborhoods.
I agree.
Brian, did Gavin do any kind of a thank you, or how they sometimes ceremonially do some things like that? Was there anything like that that was given on behalf of the city to the artist?
We had this event, but he unfortunately couldn't make it because I think he either had a health issue or had been in an accident or something. I can't remember. But yeah, I personally wanted to send him a card and wish him well, and I never got that finished either. So
gotcha. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So Brian, definitely the Arts District is always allowed to, present to us, so we can put them on the calendar and get them on the agenda. But as far as funding, it would have to wait until after July if it was going to directly to the Arts District for David Hayes sculptures. Anybody
even
else?
Even though your board said we're going to give a fraction of what was asked for, because we might give more later once we see how this goes.
But we can give more later. It's just not until the next fiscal year. So unless we get the code changed. Options. Anybody else for open discussion?
Cynthia has her hand up, I think.
Go ahead, Cynthia.
I want to thank John Bumper Moyer and Brian if he was participating in the Great Pumpkin Project. That was a really fantastic project once again this year. The pumpkins were just excellent, and the carvings also. So very well done, and hopefully that will be a tradition carried on every year.
Thank you, Cynthia. It was another stressful scrambling to get the money together for that and for Christmas again this year. So thank you for the kind words, and maybe Art in Public Places can help support those.
Yeah, we've had discussions that we're hoping to make Christmas more of an arts themed event, and then Art in Public Places could be more involved with the Christmas activities that are happening downtown. So that'll be further discussion next year for 2022 Christmas.
And I'd like to say,
go ahead, Brian.
I'd like to just add about Bumper and his teams that go out there for Halloween. What Cynthia was saying, I just, I think it's just wonderful, and it really brings the spirit of the holidays to our town. And so, Bumper, if you're still on the call, I just want to say thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm still here. And the good news is we've already secured funding, I think, at least for what we did to cover what we did this year, we can do again next year. The visitor center, for starters, was very, very happy with the results, and they've already pledged some money for next year. So between them and the I think we're
what I was going to say was I had helped set up a meeting with the Eastport Yacht Club and the people that do the lights parade and Eric, because we were going to try to do a holiday market, and we just didn't have enough time to get it done. But an idea that came up in our meeting with them, because they were, I think, one of the first in the country to really do like a Christmas boat holiday parade. And then it kind of spread, and other cities on the water started doing that. And in our discussion idea of how about decorating the boats for Halloween and doing a Halloween boat thing. And I just thought that was great because, I mean, maybe it's just me because my kids are older now, but it seems like Halloween is lost either because of fear or concerns about safety or whatever. It seems like trick-or-treating isn't kind of as big as it used to be, and people are doing different kinds of things like parties instead of going house to house to strangers' houses. So this whole Halloween parade or a fright, I forget what kind of fun names came to mind, but maybe an event, because that would be artistic too, decorating boats. And
Well,
so maybe that's something else.
The name for that is Parade of Frights. I've been working on that for about 5 years. I've got the name already registered through Facebook for a long time. Eric Evans has had a talk with somebody at the Eastport Yacht Club, I think, who may want to do it. I don't know exactly who, but it's going to happen sooner or later. Because the idea is just too good. The thing, the Halloween equivalency of the Parade of Lights, and how you can tie that into the art. Not to get sidetracked, but how you can tie that into the arts community, I think shouldn't be too much of a stretch. Fun. People can come up with their fun, whimsical decorations and all that, and the temperature's going to be milder, most likely, more than likely, unless we get one of those fall rainstorms. And I think you'll get a lot of people, and nobody else is doing it. You'll be the only people. Annapolis will be the only people doing. Nobody else is doing a Halloween boat parade that I know of, and I've done some research. But so that's the big event. This whole Halloween decoration, arts, beautification kind of synergy coming together is going to keep growing from year to year. So let's cross our fingers and see what happens next year.
Great, thanks, Bumper.
Wonderful. I like the ideas. Thank you, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else? Nope. Okay. Well, I hope everybody had a wonderful little holiday break with their family, if they were able to see their family or their loved ones, or just had a moment of relaxing, anything. We were really chill here, so it was great to have a couple of days off and get ready for the chaos of demolition. So next month, I'm not sure where I'll be presenting the meeting, but I will be on. We'll make sure the Wi-Fi still works. Thank you, everybody, for coming in tonight. Thank you for all the ideas. It was great. Congratulations to all of those elected. I'm sure, Joe, you can hook up with Karma and she'll get you set and squared away, and keep the ideas coming and get those yearly reports put together, and I'll see you in December.
Do we have a motion to close?
Hanukkah.
I'll second it.
Yep. Yes. And Hanukkah as well. What is tonight? Tuesday. So
Yes.
third night of Hanukkah. Yes.